Hello.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hello. I cannot hear anything.
How do you not hear anything?
There we go.
Oh. So would you like to explain what you just said to me on the phone, or are you going to be a big pussy about it and hide behind your computer screen? Because honestly, it's really funny how you're basically begging me to date you for like 4 months, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, no one can handle your baggage, so you'd never date anybody. Like, that's just pathetic. I know a lot of guys who date me very easily, including yourself, for 4 months, while you're practically begging me to date you. So, no offense, but you should watch what you say.
Why?
Why what?
Why should I watch what I say?
Because you're walking contradiction. You were pretty much on your knees begging me to date you for 4 months.
The key word in this whole thing is was.
Yeah, and so basically you're calling yourself, like, you're kind of undermining whatever you thought about me for 4 months, and all of a sudden now you're just like, oh, no, I wanted to date you before, but the key word is was. That doesn't really invalidate my argument whatsoever.
People have realizations, I'm sorry.
What?
People have realizations, I'm sorry.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay, you know how Moses seen the burning tree? It's kind of like that.
I don't understand what you're saying. If you'd like to actually talk, instead of trying to be a smartass.
Last fight, I came to the realization that it doesn't matter. I don't care anymore.
You don't care anymore. That's odd. Well, because, like, you saw that I deleted you on Facebook and you cried like a little baby?
No, I thought it was hilarious. I had a very good laugh at that.
Oh, you thought it was hilarious. I'm glad you thought it was hilarious.
Hilarious.
I don't understand how you thought that was hilarious. But like I said, that pretty much just proved my point that you never really even gave a shit whatsoever. If you're this okay with anything. Basically, you pretty much attacked me like 2 days ago. Don't apologize. You see how upset I get at shit that you said, and you don't give any shit whatsoever about anybody but yourself. And then you even have the freaking balls to act like a little immature baby, laugh at things because I'm upset, because you can't man up and actually apologize.
I did apologize.
Grow up.
I did apologize, and you're like, no, we're done. That's it. And I was like, okay. And then the next day, you're like, oh, hey, let's act like nothing happened again.
People, because honestly, I'm a much better person than that. I am not gonna be like, he made a mistake. That's really a weakness of mine because I keep getting fucked over when I do that. Every time I give someone another chance, someone who's done exactly what you've done, it's come back to pretty much bite me in the ass. And you know what? It's just proving me right with the situation too. I don't like holding grudges. If people say, you know what, I thought I'd give you another chance. They'd be like, fine, you know what? Last night was a bit rocky. We weren't happy with each other. I'll give you another chance today. And you just totally like, I don't even know what to say.
I said yes. I didn't want to talk. I said just let it be for now. Just leave it alone. Maybe a couple days.
That doesn't make sense to me.
What? How does that?
The story is really messed up. Nothing goes with each other. It's kind of all over the place. You say you care about me. You say you actually care. For 4.5 months, basically up till like a couple days ago, you were pretty much still like, give me a chance, blah, 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 blah. And now all of a sudden you're like, oh, I would not want to date you. No one would ever date you. No one could ever handle you. Like, really? Like, did your mind change like the fucking weather?
Pretty snowy outside right now.
And you're still being a sarcastic asshole. That just shows how immature you are. I'm trying to have a serious conversation with you, and you still feel the need to act like a smartass. Like, are you kidding me?
Nope.
And you still do it. Are you 5? Really? Like, seriously, are you 5 years old?
Some days.
Wow. I can honestly not even believe you. Honestly, you want to know why I didn't want to date you? I can tell you exactly why I didn't want to date you. But you know what? I'm not a stupid, selfish person like you are, who's like, oh, like, just listen to how retarded this sounds, please. From September No one would ever want to date you. Are you kidding? You think people like you. No one would ever want to date you. You have way too much baggage. Do you see how inconsistent that is? I'm sorry. Is it just me? Or am I sensing some kind of inconsistency here? Unless you're actually, like, totally retarded and you'd like to date someone who's undateable, apparently, according to what you said tonight. I don't know why you'd wait for 4.5 months and beg me to date you if you actually feel that I'm undateable. And honestly, just to prove you wrong, I would bet my life savings that I can find a boyfriend in a half an hour and make it Facebook official. If you don't believe me, I swear to God, dare me to try it, and I can do it. So you know what? Don't tell me I'm undateable, really, just because I wouldn't give you a chance because I have higher standards than that.
Well, maybe you should do that, because you seem to be chasing after enough boys as it is.
No, because if I was, then I'd be chasing after you, which would really be like a slash to my standards. Really. There are nice guys that I date, and you know what? I like finding nice guys because I like having nice guys as friends. I like, kind of flirting with the possibility that I might grow up something more one day. I don't know. But you know what? Honestly, I told you from the beginning I have high standards, and you always asked me if you met them, and I would never give you a straight answer. I can tell you why I never give you a straight answer, because I don't want to hurt your feelings and say no. But that's really actually how the situation is. So, before you call me undateable, maybe you should kind of look at yourself. And honestly, I'm probably the last person to be cocky about anything. Just because that's in my nature. A lot of people say I'm very, very modest, and that's a good quality that I have, which is great. And so when I'm telling you that there are a lot of guys who would jump at the chance to date me, believe me, that's difficult for me to say because I'm not that kind of person. I'm not cocky whatsoever. And there are guys coming to my door all the time. If you'd like to ask my roommate, you can. And there are guys coming here all the time. When I was sick on Tuesday, there was about 4 guys who'd come every 5 minutes to see if I was okay to get me something. So honestly, the next time you try to say that I'm undateable, then maybe you should kind of look at the facts. Because the facts are telling me otherwise, unfortunately.
Just because people date you doesn't mean it's going to last.
Oh, it doesn't mean it'll last. But I've dated a guy for 2.5 years. How long has your longest relationship been? Like a month?
About 10 times less.
Oh, that's pathetic, actually. Sorry. It's kind of sad. It really is. And when you accuse someone of not being able to make a relationship last, then maybe you should kind of look at yourself and your random one-night stands and you think you're all big because your mom bought you condoms for Christmas because you're this big macho guy who has sex with all these girls. Really, who the hell are you trying to impress? Seriously. It's actually sad that your longest relationship has been not even a week, and the fact that you pretty much the time you lost your virginity was with a girl you weren't even dating. So, and the only time you've actually had some close any kind of intimate encounter was with some random drunk girl at a bar. So honestly, before you question the commitment I have to relationships and my ability to make relationships last, maybe you should look at your own dating history before you talk, because that could kind of hinder your argument a bit. Because coming from you, your argument sucks. And you find that funny. I find it funny too. I find it funny that you lost your virginity to some random drunk girl you weren't even dating. I actually do find that funny. And I find it funny that your longest relationship could hardly count as a relationship. So, if you find that funny, I find it funny too. See, that's something we agree on. Your dating history is quite funny. I think that's funny. Sorry. I don't know about you. I think that's pretty funny. Anything else?
You want a cookie?
Actually, I do. Chocolate chip would be really great right about now. Actually, I might have some. I might have some chocolate chip cookies. Chocolate chip cookies are really good. Anything else? Anything else you'd like to criticize me about and tell me I'm undateable? Really? Honestly, that's probably the worst thing you could probably say to me right now. Given, actually what's happened in the past few days, actually. That's probably the most inaccurate thing you could say about me. You could probably say I'm stupid before you could say that.
I could say both if you want.
Pardon?
I could say both.
You can say both. But see, I'm pretty sure, as of right now, we're